Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about something that is absolutely critical for every single creator out there: how to protect your channel. See, while you're busy creating, growing, and building your community, scammers are working just as hard to try and take it all away. So let's make sure that never, ever happens. No, really? Just stop for a second and think about that. I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about all the hours you've poured in, the creativity, the late nights, the community you've built from scratch. It's your passion project, your digital home. It's worth a ton. And that right there is the scary part. That's the brutal truth. One wrong click on one bad day can make all of that hard work just vanish. And look, this isn't just some theoretical thing that happens to other people. It's happening right now, and even really experienced creators can get caught off guard. All right, so here's our game plan for this explainer. We're going to build up your defenses. We're going to pull back the curtain on the 3 most common and effective scams targeting YouTubers. And then we'll put together your ultimate defense strategy. Let's jump in. So why are we talking about this? Well, a recent wave of scam emails made something startlingly clear. A lot of us just aren't aware of how sophisticated these scams have become. We kind of think they'll be obvious, full of typos, but the real danger is that they're designed to exploit a creator's biggest fears and biggest dreams. Okay, first up, the one you're most likely to see, the copyright impersonator. This one is all about using fear to make you act without thinking. It taps right into that deep-seated panic every creator has about getting a copyright strike and losing everything. And here's exactly how the funnel works. It starts with a short, intimidating email. Something like, "You used my content without permission. I'm reporting you to YouTube." Your heart just drops, right? So you reply, "What are you talking about?" And they send you a link to a website with the so-called case number. The site looks kind of legit, but it's really vague. And to see the real evidence, it tells you you have to download this one report file. And that's the trap. So how do you spot this? Well, the first red flag is often tiny. The reply email address is different from the first one they sent. That's a huge sign of a bulk scam operation. Second, and this is the big one, real copyright claims are handled through YouTube's official system. A legitimate person does not need to build their own website to file a claim. And the final giveaway? The pressure to download a file, which almost always turns out to be a dangerous program with an XEX extension. So what even is a .ext file? Simple. It's an executable file. It's a program. Now think about it. If someone has proof you stole your content, what would it be? A document, right? A PDF, maybe a screenshot. It would never be a program that you have to install. Opening a strange .exe file is literally like handing the keys to your entire computer, your house, to a total stranger. So look, if you remember one thing, let it be this. This should be your golden rule. If any unsolicited email from anyone you don't know asks you, pressures you, or tells you to download any kind of file, just assume it's a scam. End of story. Just treat it as hostile and delete it. All right, scam number 2. This one is way more clever because it doesn't try to scare you. Nope, it uses your trust in YouTube itself as a weapon against you. So this time, the email you get looks 100% official. It even comes from noreply@youtube.com. It tells you there's an important policy update and invites you to watch a private video to learn more. In that video, a voice tells you to click a link in the description for the full details. And of course, that link is the malware. The scammer isn't hacking YouTube's email. They're just using a normal feature, private video sharing, to make YouTube send an official-looking email for them. It's a really slick piece of social engineering. But here's the good news. The defense against this is incredibly simple. Your real source of truth is always your YouTube Studio dashboard. Any big, important, legitimate policy change from YouTube is going to be plastered all over your Studio dashboard. You won't be able to miss it. They are never, ever going to announce something critical through a random, privately shared video. Okay, on to our third and, honestly, maybe the most insidious scam of all. This one doesn't play on fear. It plays on your ambition. It preys on that dream of finally landing that first big brand deal that will change everything. So who are they targeting with this? It's not the massive channels with managers and legal teams. Nope, they're going straight for the small to mid-sized creators. The ones who are grinding day in and day out, just waiting for that one email to come through. That excitement, that eagerness to finally make it, that's exactly what these gamers are banking on. And this is why it's so hard to spot. The whole process feels completely real. They'll email you about their product, usually some kind of software like a VPN or a video editor. They'll ask for your rates, you'll send back your price, and they'll agree, just like that. It feels like your big break. Then for the very last step, they say, just download and test our software to make sure you like it. And that software, of course, is the payload. Okay, so what are the red flags here? The absolute biggest one is any brand deal where the main requirement is you downloading and installing their software. Be extremely suspicious of that. Second, become obsessed with URLs. Check that the download link they send you is on the exact same domain as their official website. Third, do your research. Google the company. Can you find any other real creators who have worked with them? A real brand will have a footprint online. All right, so we've seen the three main attacks. We know what they look like. Now it's time to build our firewall. The great news is that a few simple rules, a few core principles, can protect you from pretty much all of this. If you only take one single thing away from this whole explainer, please let it be this pattern right here. Whether it's a copyright threat, a fake YouTube update, or that brand deal that seems too good to be true, the end goal is always the same. Get you from an email to a suspicious link to a malicious download. That's it. Recognizing that sequence is your master key. So here it is, your defensive checklist. First, verify any official news in your YouTube studio, period. Second, just don't install untrusted software from a brand deal. Be so careful. 3, check every URL like your channel depends on it, because it does. 4, research every single company or person who wants to collaborate. 5, for the more advanced folks, use a virtual machine, a totally separate sandboxed computer for testing any software. And finally, trust your gut. If a deal feels even a little bit off, just delete the email. It is always better to miss a fake opportunity than to lose your entire channel. Because really, at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. Your channel isn't just a hobby, it's your business. It's something you've built from nothing. And in this digital world, that means you have to be its first, its last, and its best line of defense. So stay vigilant and stay safe out there.